the economy had been taking a toll on the movie box office, but this summer things really began to heat up. Now Hollywood's on track to pull in a record $4.5 billion for the period from May to Labor Day. And here now with a look at the summer's big hits and misses is Dalton Ross, assistant managing editor of Entertainment Weekly magazine, and he joins us right now. Dalton, good to see you here this morning.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be
Been a pretty good summer. I mean, as for sequels, obviously did very well. Some of the big ones we want to talk about, obviously Harry Potter, which went through the, just threw them over the moon. Transformers, Hangover 2. So is the big winner, I guess if we had to chart the big winner, would it be Harry Potter?
It's definitely Harry Potter. You know, Warner Brothers decided to split that last book into 2 films, and now they are reaping the rewards. It was huge. It set every box office opening record, got to $1 billion worldwide in 19 days, also record. And most importantly, the movie was good. You know, a franchise like this, you want to stick the landing on the last film, and I think they really did.
Transformers, not so much, right? All right, let's do R-rated comedies also did very well. Why was it such a good season for raunch? I mean, Bridesmaids, and again, The Hangover.
And Horrible Bosses, too. I guess Lewd, Rude, and Crude still sells. You know, we knew The Hangover would do well. You have Bridesmaids, which was basically Hangover for women. That did well, and Horrible Bosses as well. So, you know, Hollywood's a copycat industry, so that just means we're going to see a lot more of it, Chris.
And Hangover 2, you could probably not personify copycat more than that between Hangover 1 and Hangover 2. Let's talk about... you know, I guess some of the A-list stars out there that we really thought would carry movies. I mean, you go back to The Hangover there, Bradley Cooper, who's not considered A-list, I think, in some circles, not like the A-list we're going to talk about. He carries that movie to $245 million. But you've got some of these A-list stars, you know, Cowboys and Aliens with Harrison Ford, Mr. Popper's Penguins with Jim Carrey, Larry Crown with Tom Hanks. These things underperformed significantly.
And it's interesting, Chris, you look at that and you say those names. You say Harrison Ford, you say Tom Hanks, you look at Mel Gibson, and you look at Jim Carrey, and you think these guys carry a movie, and they didn't carry these movies. And so that raises the question, do people not go see movies now because of the star attached? Does that matter less, or are these stars just burning a little less bright? So I think it's very interesting to look at those, and you know, frankly, none of these movies were all that great. So maybe that it's just that. But
and they love special effects. Even though Cowboys and Aliens did have decent special effects, like you said, who knows exactly what people are looking for. Another winner was comic book films, and does this, I guess, mean, because like you mentioned, the whole copycat effect? Are we going to see? I mean, how many more? I guess superheroes are there.
And that's what you thought this summer with Marvel. They bring Captain America out, they bring Thor out. You're like, Thor? Really? You're going to do Thor? And they did it, and they did it well. It's amazing. And this is great for Marvel. They couldn't be more pleased because they've got their big Avengers film coming out next week, which is going to put a lot of these guys all together. So this sets the table, the success of these films. Marvel has to be very excited. The X-Men film they did again was very good. So Marvel's sitting pretty.
Okay, we hate to pick on a single actor here, but we may as well, because I think he probably deserves a little here. When it comes to losers, a guy who did not have a good summer at all, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, you know what? But Ryan Reynolds did have a good summer 2 years ago in 2009. So he had his
totally
good summer,
been bad for him, but this
and now he's got his bad summer. I mean, look, you look and he had Green Lantern, a superhero that didn't work, and then you have the change-up, and you wonder, can Ryan Reynolds now not carry a film? He's the lead guy, or were these films just not that good? I mean, Green Lantern, I mean, it was so cheesy. I think there was Velveeta dripping off the screen, and Change-Up is a body-switching movie, so enough said.
That's all you needed to hear with that review. Dalton, thanks so much. Good to see you. Have a good rest of the summer as we start talking about fall movie season coming up pretty soon, and we'll have you back for that. Thanks so much.